Hello everyone, this is Sweety Nath Barpuya from the Department of Zoology, Patharkandi College. So today in this video, I'll be discussing about the hormones and its mechanism of action. So today we'll be covering about the hormones and its classification, and we will learn about the mechanism of hormone of action. So hormone is a topic which is of beneficial for both UG and PG students. Now, first of all, let us know what are hormones. So, hormones are basically chemical substance that acts as messengers, or we can also say that it acts as intercellular signaling molecules. Now, the question is where from these are being released and how they are being transported to the target organs. So, question to this answer is that hormones are being secreted from the endocrine glands and they are transported to the target organs via blood. Now this is a picture depicting what I've said just now. This is secreting molecules from where the hormones are being secreted to the bloodstream, and via the bloodstream it is being carried to the target cells. Now let us see what are the classifications of hormones. So chemically, hormones are classified into two broad classes: water soluble hormones, and number two is the lipid soluble hormones. So water soluble hormones, that is the hormones those which are soluble in water. So these are of again two types: amine hormones and the peptide and protein hormones. So examples of amine hormones are epinephrine and norepinephrine, while the examples of peptide hormones are vasopressin and oxytocin. Now, if we talk about protein hormones, these are human growth hormone or the somatostatin and insulin. Now, number two is the lipid-soluble hormones. That is, this group of hormones will be soluble in lipids. Now, they are again of two types: steroid hormones and the thyroid hormones. So, examples of steroid hormones are testosterone and estrogen, and the precursor molecule of these hormones are the cholesterol. Now, thyroid hormones are thyroxine or T4 and the iodothyronine hormones, that is the T3. Now, let us study the general mechanism of hormone action. So, as I have said that hormones are basically of two types: lipid soluble or the water soluble. So, let us just see the action of lipid soluble hormones. So, we know that each and every cell has a plasma membrane, and the coating of the plasma membrane is lipid bilayer. That is, it is having a lipid coating. Now, definitely then the lipid loving hormone or the lipophilic hormone can diffuse through this membrane, and after diffusing, it will bind to a cytoplasmic receptor. After that, the cytoplasmic receptor will enter the nucleus, where this hormone receptor complex can bind to the element of the DNA known as the steroid responsive elements. And after the binding of this hormone response element, it will lead to the formation of a new mRNA, which will further lead to the formation of new proteins. This is how the action of lipid soluble hormones occur. So, this is a very simple way that I have presented the general mechanism of action of lipid soluble hormones. Now, next, let us discuss the action of water soluble hormones. So, it is quite different from that of the lipid soluble hormones, because as I have told earlier that a cell has a plasma membrane and it is a lipid bilayer. So definitely these water soluble hormones will not diffuse through this plasma membrane. Now then, how it will occur, how its action will take place. So here we can see that a secretory cell is there. From here the hormones are being secreted and which are being carried to the target cell with the help of the blood. Now as this reaches the target cell, there is a receptor cell to receive the hormone. Now this receptor in the plasma membrane is also known as the first messenger, and after the combining of the first messenger with the hormones, it will lead to the further formation of secondary messengers. And examples of secondary messengers are calcium calmodulin, cyclic AMP, diacylglycerol, etc. Now after this will again further lead to the formation of new mRNA in the nucleus and ultimately forming the new protein. So basically the main difference lies in the diffusion process, that how it is getting diffused to the membrane of the target cell. So today we can summarize from the earlier studies that hormones are chemical messengers. Number two, hormones are classified into two major types: water-soluble hormones and lipid-soluble hormones. And last but not least, that there are two mechanisms of action of hormone action mainly. Number one is the action of water soluble hormones, and number two is the action of lipid soluble hormones. So this is the book which can students follow for the reference. And thank you so much everyone for your kind patience.